To the Valenti Soundoff. I am Shali, and tonight I have a special guest host with me. I'm super excited, Miss Noemi Montoya Johnson.
Hey people, now Shali, I have to admit, I'm not sure if you brought me here today to embarrass me, but you told me to come through, so I came through for you.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, right? So I thought that would be a perfect subject that we could kick off tonight's hot topics with. Friendship. Because that's what's brought us here tonight. Usually it's Ish right here by me. Shout out to Ish. She got a couple things going on. So Mimi came through at short notice. I called her up and I was like, look, you think you can come through on the show with me tonight, talk about a couple things? And sure enough, little hesitation. She was like, yeah, I can do that. I can do that. So I think it's super important that we surround ourselves with people who are ready to do things like that for you, right? They may not be super confident at that moment, but they're ready to step in and help you because they want to see you succeed as well, right?
Well, I really think that's what friendship is about. And we have, 20 years of friendship?
Man, 20 years.
So,
I know. I met Noemi here when I was in third or fourth grade. So when I was about 8 or 9 years old. And
crazy.
That is amazing. And so you have to think, right, that being friends that long, you would have to have some really awesome things in common and values and just be on that type of level with somebody.
I think the important thing especially with friendships with women is really uplifting, being uplifting, making sure that we are encouraging each other, we are supporting each other's dreams, aspirations,
yes.
and growing together as people. It's almost like a relationship.
It is.
Any relationship, that you would have with your husband or, that strong bond, someone that you can really call your best friend.
Yes.
And, there's nothing like that,
You are my girl. I'm trying to tell you. Look, okay, so, and that brings me to it. She is somebody that I know I can always count on in any type of moment. She always is there whenever I ask. And I think that having her here tonight is going to set a different tone here at the Soundoff. We got the women's type of vibe. So we're ready to just go all in. Make sure you comment and let us know. Check us out always on channel 724. Make sure you subscribe, ring that bell. But you also are a super hard working mom, right? So I think that people don't realize that you can be in certain situations and balance things as well because you're super successful and have some really awesome kids.
Well, thank you. Sure. With success comes really, really hard work. And with me having that Latina background, what can I say? It's embedded in me. So shout out to the Latinos out there.
Okay, shout out.
But, it's something that's important to instill into your daily life and instill into your children. And as a woman, it really empowers me knowing that I can have great kids, a great household, and still hold a career and be proud of my career. So something that, I feel as a woman is an accomplishment for sure to be able to balance and juggle, my family life with, the corporate world.
I feel super strong about that because that's something that's awesome. And also I think that, friendships take different paths. And like you said, it's almost like relationships, right? So we went through a lot of young years with each other. Mm-hmm. And then we kind of parted ways a little bit when we were like, a little bit younger in high school and things of that nature. And then our lives crossed paths once again when certain things happened both in our lives that were super significant. I think that people think that, they have to be with somebody this long or that, whether it be significant other, husband, wife, or friend for something to last. You always hear that term, if it's right, it'll always come back or,
And I think the difference too between like a good friend and let's say a best friend, a bestie, but BFF is, you can be going through different places in your life and be in different places, but it's that one phone call away that makes the biggest difference. You know, picking up a phone and just calling somebody, something that we don't really do anymore, because you know, technology these days, we're texting everybody and that connection gets lost. But a best friend will call you. You know, a good friend might not see how you're doing after maybe a year of not even speaking to each other. But, you know, picking up the phone and saying, hey, you know, how's it going? How's life going?
Right.
And I think that never changed for you or I. Even if we didn't speak for a while, you know, we always connected in some way. So I think that's the biggest difference between, you know, being able to call someone a best friend, someone that really has your best interest at heart and that always is going to reach out to you. So,
you know, not only best friend, but family, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what she is. Naomi is my family. Like I said, I just had a wedding right not too long ago, and you were a super big part in that. So I feel like people hopefully will realize that you should surround yourself with people that are willing to give the type of friendship that I know that we have. Because, man, I know that if you need something, I'm going to be there, and vice versa. And not only just that, whether it just be any type of support, and we don't see that a lot, right? And now we were just talking about that in the car on the way over here, like empowerment just to us women and each other. I know, like, it's super funny when people like to give you a compliment, and then it's a lot of the times you rebound to that, and you're like, yeah, it's nice, but you know this is wrong. So we're at the stage right now that we've matured over the years so much, and I think that this is the best time of our life, prime time, right?
Yeah, for sure. You know, and I think this time in my life anyway is where I really value a friendship that I have.
For sure, right.
Because, you know, friends come slim to none, and you know, to find a good one and to find someone that you can really connect with and someone that encourages you and wants you to do better, be better, and be on a whole different level altogether. You know, you don't find that every day. So when you find those people, you keep those people around, because we know there's haters out here in the world, and
I see you peeping,
we need to uplift each other. So,
man, but on some real stuff, I do thank you so much for coming in such short notice. Like, you just came in rolling and you look nice.
You know.
And shout out to the producer as always, Sam, keeping us on point.
Yes, thank you.
So it's looking right. We look nice on these little white couches. We're gonna have to see how we're gonna have to take this to another thing. We might have to give us our own little spot. So with that being said, friendships, we want to know, go ahead and comment and let us know who is a special friend in your life, right? Who is somebody that you know that you can trust, you can count on, whether it be a family member or not, or however that relationship has formed. We want to know. Once again, you can only check us out on channel 724. Make sure you subscribe. Let us know what you are thinking the next subject should be. And we're excited to always give you some really great content, because that's what it's all about at the end of the day, sounding off on some real stuff.
Yes, for sure. And Charlie, you mentioned how you just recently got married, so I want to say congratulations.
I'll take it out. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really
Cheers
appreciate
to that.
It was a beautiful day.
It was a gorgeous, beautiful day.
And now, you know, I'm super excited that I had such a wide range of people that loved me so much, and I definitely felt it that day. And that's, in this world today, right now, that's something you really need, because we in some turmoil right now, right? And good friends and people that you know that you can turn to when you do need to talk to somebody that you're comfortable with. I know that's a super important thing, to be able to have that type of release. And some people don't have that.
For sure.
Hopefully we can inspire somebody to call somebody or do whatever it may be, you know, to make that person feel good tonight, you know, because that's what the Soundoff's about, is too. Peace, love, makes you feel that good, positive energy.
Yes, for sure. I'm excited that I'm, you know, getting to experience this with you. I know this is something that you've been,
a little funky.
You know, I'm a little nervous being in front of the camera, but I'm super excited that I am getting to experience this, you know, with you. Such a great person, and somebody that I admire and that I love so much. So kind of cool to sit here and kind of tell you guys too, like, how we feel, you know, as young women, and, you know,
for sure,
making sure that we want to, you know, empower every other woman that's out there as well. So.
Yeah, the Soundoff tonight is good. Like I said, it's gonna have a little bit different essence to it. A little bit more female empowered, geared, just because that's the energy you're getting right now with two really awesome people. So we're hoping that you gravitate to the show tonight, because it's going to be about hopefully giving somebody the feeling that they are worth something, because self-worth is super important. And I think that our friendship wouldn't be as strong as it is if we both didn't have that type of self-worth that we have, you know, for one another in our own selves. So.
Yep. And, you know, along with that, kind of not settling within yourself,
oh my goodness,
you know,
for real.
Not saying, you know, not being content with where you are right now and always looking to the future and seeing where can I be, you know. So I think that that's something that me and you both share, and,
sure.
you know, not really focusing on the right now, but where can we be, you know, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, how successful can we get? So
what's the goal?
Yes, for sure. So setting those goals and having people to set them with, like, you know, that's a life changer. Most people aren't lucky enough to be able to
for sure
to do that
to each other. But and that's another thing too, because we don't give ourselves enough credit, probably, you know. At the end of the day, you have to be able to do that as well, because you are the person that makes it happen at the end of the day. Only you. So
that's right. Yep.
But speaking of, right, you got a super baller in the family. Shout out to Javis. I'm going to talk about little Javis real quick, because you guys, y'all be traveling. All of the kids are super freaking talented. These kids go everywhere. They're super big stars. But Javis, right, that boy has just something crazy instilled in him.
We keep super busy. I'm super proud of my kids. All three of them, they are all amazing children. You know, I can't thank God enough for how they've turned out. I'm super blessed to have tons of people in our lives that, you know, are able to mold and, you know, show our kids these amazing things. And, you know, really our family focuses on knowing that there's so much more out in the world to go discover, to go get. So yeah, we're go-getters. What can I say? We're go-getters in my family, and we do what we have to do, you know, to make sure that we outshine ourselves at every moment in time. So
outshine ourselves.
Yes.
Dang, that's gonna give me another little motto to take home to my family right there. That's great.
You're always your biggest competition is always yourself. So
always your biggest critique too, right?
Exactly.
Man, speaking of, we need to go out and take one. So after going to Jamaica, you travel everywhere. You go a lot of different places, but we got to take a family vacation together.
That would be so
super
fun.
dope.
And memories that kids would never
last
forget.
forever.
So, yeah, for sure. That would be amazing.
Man, what a great energy in here tonight. I'm super glad that everybody's tuning in tonight. The Soundoff is something that is super special to me, and I made sure that if I was going to have somebody fill in, it had to be somebody that I knew could come on and do this show justice, because can nobody take Ishmael's place? You know, you already know Ishmael has a great type of energy to him. That man is just awesome all the way around. But you...
I'm definitely an amateur here today, but
no, you can't tell.
I'm more than happy to share this couch with you. So, and
this couch is comfy, huh?
You brought me some wine. You had me at. I got wine, so
we got a little bit of something in the cup. But see, that's why I knew I wanted to do the show with you tonight, because I knew you was gonna make me laugh. You was gonna make it feel just loose. That was one of the things you was like worried about. You was talking about you was so nervous, and I was thinking in my head like, yeah, no, it's gonna be just like we talk, like we usually do, right? When we're sitting around talking to them, just a little bit more toned down and all that nature. But friendships was what the topic was tonight, along with your self-worth. And I think that we made sure that our friendship never was lost in anything that was going on in the time of our lives, whether it was something serious or something that may be little to somebody else or whatever, what night the case may be. We always were to, like you said, come back like it was nothing and be able to call each other at a moment's notice. So make sure that those are the type of people that you are surrounding yourself with, because at the end of the day, if they can't wish the best for you, then they can't possibly, do anything good for you.
But also, reach out to those friends that, were really good friends to you, and let them know. Sometimes people need someone just to say, hey, how are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
You know that's
this one over here is always singing, but
I feel like I got a song for everything. But that's for real though, like you said, like being able to just reach out and touch, and that's what we instill a lot of the kids, right? When they go to school and things like that, like go and say something to that kid that is just turned around or whatever. You never know what smiling at somebody could do for that day, right? And vice versa. I know we have a lot of different topics that we've touched on this show, but I think it is super important for everybody to know that they are important in one way or another, and that they don't have to succumb to any type of circumstance, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So, and this is really cool experience for me too, because we kind of are intertwining social media, but at the same time, we're interacting and doing what we always do as friends and letting the world see, you know, how we do that together. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting because sometimes, you know, I shy away from social media because I feel like we kind of dehumanize a little bit and don't interact with our family. We don't interact with our kids enough, or we're not interacting with the people that, you know, really matter in the time that really matters. And so, but this is kind of a cool way of showing that, hey, like social media can be a place where you can come together as a family. So. For
sure. No, I feel you on that note, because it is. Social media is something that at the end of the day has given us a lot of great things. But at the same time, it has done what? It's given us a little bit of devalue, like you said. But it all depends on how you use it. And tonight, I knew I was super excited to be able to be on this platform with my best friend, because you are for sure somebody that has been in my life for so long, and it's so fun to be able to do something like this with each other, right? Like, this is crazy. Sure. I'm kind of glad that Ishmael was a little busy tonight and had something to do. I mean,
I can't say I'm replacing Ishmael forever now, but
you're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, but so what do you think coming up, what should we talk about over the next couple weeks? Because I think we got a little something going on here. You think you well endowed to do something?
All right, people, I'll go ahead and comment
right now while we over here live. So she got to give it to me real. She always gives it to me real, but we're going to see.
That's something about me. I will give it to you real. So go ahead and comment. And you know, if we get enough comments that you want to see me on the show, I might just come back and make a second appearance, and you know, we can keep this real talk. You know, we are some real women sitting here, and we can have some real conversations, and I'm definitely down for that. But we'll see. Huh? We'll see.
Y'all,
I'm a busy woman.
Go ahead, comment for me real quick. Go ahead, comment for me. Now, you know, the Soundoff is always going to stay, but you know, maybe we can do a little spinoff and do something else for you guys. But we always appreciate you tuning in to us here on channel 724. It's a great platform for us because we get to be real, we get to be ourselves, and we get to do what we love best and engage with each other and take a little bit of time to ourselves, right? Because like you said, we're super busy women.
For sure. That's why I said you had me at, you know.
You had you. Okay.
Yep.
Now, see, that's what I'm saying, though, right there. Like, you get away for just a little bit, but be able to do this type of thing. So we're hoping we give you some great content, but I would expect nothing less from two great, awesome souls like us, because that's all we're going to give you is good energy, good vibes, right?
That's right.
Yeah. That's the type of friends we are, you know.
Speaking about good energy and good vibes. You know, I heard the Valenti family has a little something going on with good energy and good vibes.
So shout out. Shout out. See, that's what I'm saying. She always there ready to support. So shout out once again, right, to the Good Earth 2 down 1410 O Street up in Paris Studios. Make sure you come check us out. We're a natural health and wellness store. We are going to give you those great informational resources along with some great energy supplements, tinctures, along with some healing crystals, and great knowledge about those type of things.
Shali is definitely the person I go to when my kids have a cough or, you know, a little fever and it's not like, you know, an emergency. I call Shali up and say, Shali, what do I do?
Hey, wait, if it's an emergency, though, you call me too, though.
Wait, I do call you if it's an emergency. I'll call you first, but we get to where we need to go first, and then I'll give you a call.
Okay, but for real though, that's real, and you know, and like I said, it's all about having that type of friendship that somebody like supports like that. You always ready to go ahead and give me a nice little advice if I need it, and be real with me too. That's another important thing. Like,
for sure,
you gotta hope you got a friend that's gonna tell you some real stuff, because otherwise you're getting just what everybody else gets.
We got, you know. If they're not going to tell you something is in your teeth, that's not your friend. Let me let you know right now. That is not your friend.
No, but they ain't going to tell you that something going down behind closed doors, or that ain't your friend. I know there's a lot of different instances that I've seen people that I know that have crossed people, and I feel like it's just indecent to yourself just not to be a good person to whoever it is that gives you those type of same feelings back and energy back as well. Especially by the motions. You, my friend, you do it all and go here and back. I know I'm ready to go on a couple more trips with you, because when she go, I don't pay for nothing. She over here ready to go.
I don't know about all that, but
she ain't getting nothing for free over here. I know what you're talking about.
but we do have good times, so that's what matters.
So good times. Make sure you're having good times with the people that you're around. Make sure that you're feeling good about yourself, because it starts there. That's the most important part.
For sure.
So I had a great time with you tonight.
This was fun.
Man, the Valenti Soundoff was great, right?
It was fun.
Okay, so even more so, it was great to be able to give you guys this type of fun content and be able to sit here and vibe with you on this type of level. Something you really wasn't expecting, but you really good at it. You elevate it. You make me feel on a little bit different platforms. So go ahead and comment, folks.
I think you're just comfortable.
Let us know
that's all.
a little bit more. I'm comfortable around people that give me good energy like that, for sure. But, no, thank you as always. Make sure that you are feeling good about everything that's going down in your life, and you will catch us every Tuesday. The Valenti Soundoff. Ish is going to be back next week. We're going to have some fun topics to talk about. We'll have to dive a little bit more into sports, because you don't be betting like I be doing. I'll be a little bit more into it than you do, but.
My kids are my favorite players,
right.
So if we're watching them, I'm that mom. I'm that mom. But besides that, I don't really have time to sit down.
Yeah, but as that's real though. See, that's why I like it. You keep it real though. Thank you so much, folks, for tuning into the Valenti Soundoff, and always peace, sound, and sound off. Yeah, we had a good show.